Hi, welcome to Silent Sky. This is Mina. This channel is dedicated to spread a lot of silent stories or including some paranormal activity stories from China. And if you like stories format like this, please share and subscribe. Because I'm not a journalist, so I have to state that all the videos that I'm talked about is for only entertainment purposes only, and I'll try my best to tell the story as true as details as true to the story as possible. So here you will find paranormal activity stories, one I'm telling during my Twitch stream. Enjoy. Anna, Bella, Chloe, Emma, Daisy in the dorm hang out together and they become best friends. One day they decided, hey, how about let's go on a trip to like Beijing? So they hop on the train and they went to the Beijing, 5 of them, and then arrived at night. It did a lot of other stuff. But when they arrive, they just want to find an express hotel. So they booked 2 rooms. One room, they had Anna and Bella stay. And the second room has Chloe, Daisy, and Emma, they stayed. So as Anna and Bella walk into the room, it looks a little bit weird because like there's this oval shaped, really old looking retro style body length mirror right next to the door when you walk in, right? And then there's this tiny window inside the room. So it's very, like it feels like a prison cells window. It's very tiny, okay? That just was when she was about to go into deep sleep. That's when she's about like half sleep, like half into the middle. Like you know you're about to go in deep, but she still have consciousness. She heard something on the table there by the end of their feet, right? There's a table there. Like somebody is like making like a rustling sound on the bag, that plastic bag that was on the table. So without even looking, Anna thought it's probably Bella trying to get some water. Maybe she's thirsty. And she said, hey, like Bella, just turn on the light. It's okay. And she turned. She saw Bella laying right next to her, staring at her. And she was like, what the hell? Like when she was about to scream, like, what the hell are you staring at me at night? She just realized that the plastic bag on the table is still making sound, and that's not Bella. Both of them now are like staring at each other, don't know what to do. First impression, she thought maybe there's a theft trying to steal something, but like the room is so tiny, it just doesn't make sense if somebody come in and didn't hear anything weird. So she looked the direction of the table where the bag is. There's nobody there. So now she got a little bit like, okay, so what is it? And both of them are still looking at each other. She grabbed the controller right next to her. She turned on the TV. And TV turned on and the sound stopped. And Bella's like, is that a mouse? And Anna's like, there's no way. This is like national chain express hotel. Even though it's pretty cheap, it should have some standards. It doesn't make sense if it has a mouse. Trying to went back to the sleep and turn off the TV again. Just when she is about to like fall asleep again, the sound come back on. And now this time she got like chills. And she's like, okay, what is this? Bella like gathered all her courage and she turned on the bed light. There's nothing there. Okay, so then they're like, okay, this is being the 3rd time it's making the sound. We have to check it out. So they get up. The bags, nothing, everything's intact and nothing is moved and there's no food there as well. So it's like, doesn't make any sense. So now they're going back to the bed, but just when they are about to go sleep again, the sound started again from the plastic. And they're like, okay. Now this time, Anna got really pissed. She's like, okay, this is the 4th time. So she got this like remote control, threw it to the direction of the table where the sound come from. And then sound actually stopped. And I was like, great. Finally stopped for 3 seconds. And then the window, the curtain next to her with the window starting to like move. And it's not wind because they didn't open the window and the window is very tiny. It doesn't even make sense. And it's closed. And now, okay, it's like the curtain right next to her is like moving like crazy. And she doesn't know what is going on. As she can see, there's nothing there. So they got really, really scared. And they're like, okay, we need to call the front desk and they need to give us a new room. We need to change the room. We cannot stay here. So Bella took the phone, put it on the ear, was about to make phone calls. And then the face Anna saw is like, Bella has never seen this scary because the phone doesn't have any sound. And Bella's like, Anna, it doesn't have any sound. And Anna's like, what do you mean? She took over the phone and trying to listen and even dial 110. 110 in China is like kind of like 911, okay? Kind of emergency call. So usually if nothing works, 911 always works. So 110 always works usually. But nothing works. It's like no sound. It's like the phone is not connected or something. So now at this time, they're like, okay, this is not working, but it's really getting late. I'm really tired. Does it even matter anymore, you know? So they're like, even though they are very scared, they sit straight, okay? They're sitting straight and say, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And after 10 minutes later, they start to get tipsy again, start to get like tired again. And just when they start to get tired, when they're about to fall asleep again, she heard like the tattling, like the hand finger on the sheet, like doing sound like this. And doing very quick from her head, like from the top of the bed all the way to the bottom of the bed, just like moving around like that. And then she heard it so clear. She's like, what? And she just started like freaking out. And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna call the other girls who's living next to us. Like, we should like go to their room. This is too ridiculous. And they don't care. It's already like 1:30 at this point. So she called Chloe and she's like, Chloe, like, we had something really bad happen. Please just come pick us up and we will go to your room, please. Like, they sound really scared. So Chloe ran right away to their room, even though they're, asleep already. And Annabella, waiting in the room, heard the people knocking on the door. So they ran to the door, about to open it. But since the door was locked, like double locked, it has like the inverted lock and it has this chain lock. They forgot there's a chain lock, so it took a long time for them to open the chain lock. And while Bella and Anna, they're trying to open the chain lock, Bella's emerald bracelet kind of broken off. But since it was so chaotic, they did not even care, okay? They're just trying to open the door. The doors opened, they did not grab anything, they just left. When they arrived to the friend's room, they calmed down. They forgot to even lock the door. They're like, did we close the door? And they're like, I have no idea, because they were too scared coming out. And Chloe's like, okay, what happened? And Annabella told them exactly what happened. So Chloe is like, oh, wow, that sounds crazy. And she has never been through that. And nobody has been through things like that. Though they have heard a lot of like hotel scary ghost stories in China. It's very famous. Like there's a lot of traditions you need to do when you go into hotels. For example, in Taiwan, tradition visiting a new hotel, new room. Before you walk in, before you check in, you need to knock on the door for 3 times. Kind of like respected if anyone is there, like any entities there, is to respectfully like enter without bothering them. So there's a lot of traditions like that and a lot of stories like that. But never had them actually have things happen to them. So they're pretty shocked, both Anna and Bella. So Chloe's like, okay, since everything is good now, tomorrow we can wake up and go to the front desk. And we're about to leave tomorrow, so everything will be okay. Now let's just go to sleep. And the other 2 girls, like, they have no idea what happened. They're just sleeping and chilling. And they, like, even though they heard what happened, but they are not that scared, okay? So 5 of them trying to, especially Anna and Bella, trying to snuggle together and falling asleep. Now, I just want to tell you, like, the door is actually next to each other. So the room is actually next to each other. So the room that they come from is right next to the room they moved to. And when they are about to fall asleep, they heard somebody knocking on the wall that's in between their room and the room that they come from. And it's knocking like every 2 seconds. Now, mind you, there's 5 girls there. And there's one girl that's called Daisy. Daisy, she got a really cute name, but she is from northern east in China. And, you know, girls from there, she has a personality. It's very loud and very aggressive and very straightforward person. And she has a habit, like when they're living in the dorm, because like they're all dorm mates, okay? They're all roommates from the dorm, from living in the same dormitories in school. So they all know each other's sleeping habit. And Daisy, when they're at the dormitory, nobody, like everyone's scared of her during the nap time, around like afternoon nap, okay? Because if anybody like make any noise, Daisy got really pissed. So ever since, people, if they're not gonna take any nap, they will just spend their time at the library during the nap time rather than going to the dorm. So have this kind of culture already in the dorm that Daisy is not the one to mess around with. So imagine somebody's knocking on the wall at this time, almost 2 a.m. Daisy got really pissed. Daisy stand up, starting to yelling to the walls like, "Shut the F up. You're not gonna like knock this wall." Something like that. Got really, really mad, okay? And the door kind of stopped, like the knocking on the wall, okay? Kind of stopped. Okay, so they're like, okay, that worked. So they all tried to go back to sleep till they wake up. Everything was normal, okay? They finally went to sleep and slept. But a little interesting things to mention is like Anna, when she was dreaming that night, she dreamed that she was running, wearing a very old-fashioned clothes, like people wear like a qipao. She was wearing a qipao, running. But when she wake up, she think about that dream. She said, okay, that face of that girl who's running, which is her, like she know in her dream that is her, is not her face. So she knows it's not her, but she doesn't know why in her dream she think that is her. That's just a weird dream she had. Anyway, the next day come, they're about to catch up the train in the afternoon. So they're about to check out around like early, you know, and they need to go back to the other room to get their clothes and get their stuff. So Anna, Bella, and Daisy, and Chloe, all of them went down to the receptionist and asked them to, hey, can you guys open the door for us because we lost our door key, because they forgot their door key yesterday, okay? They just didn't bring anything, just sort of ran away. Receptionist got really reluctant because it's like, okay, like, because they're already very busy every day and they just don't want to deal with it. So they're giving them a really bad attitude. So Chloe's like, yeah, you know, you guys have some mouse. So like the cleaning condition is not very good. So, you know, Chloe is very ambiguous and trying to be very polite. Then the receptionist said like, oh, there's no way we're gonna have mouse, and we're clean. There's no way you guys, there's a mouse there, okay? And then Daisy, being her personality, she got so pissed. She's like, shut up. There's no mouse, okay? That room is haunted. And how dare you guys to rent a haunted room to us? Not to even mention if anything happened to us, we could lose our lives. So now go open the freaking door. When they mentioned the room was haunted, they started to change their attitude right away. They said, oh, okay, we're sorry about it. It's probably the mouse. We're probably in the mouse. And then the manager came out as well, trying to take them to the room with the car. So when the door opened, surprisingly, their door key is not on the slot. As you know that most hotels in China, that when you walk into the door, there's a slot and then you have to put the card in the slot to get electricity. So it's kind of like, you know, so when you leave, you're going to take the card and the electricity is going to be shut down automatically. But when they go in, the car is not there. But they didn't remember like taking anything. They for sure did not bring anything when they ran away last night. And they for sure, before they run out, the room has electricity. They were like turned light on, have the TV on, so there's no way, there's no electricity. So the car should be in the slot, but it was not gone, okay? It's not there anymore. So now the manager's like, okay, well, now you guys lost the, the door car, so I'm gonna have to deduct the amount from the deposit. And then Daisy got really pissed. Daisy's like, okay, we have never left the hotel, so it should be in the room, and for sure it's inside the room. But the angry thing, what makes Daisy angry is like, you guys rented the girl a haunted room, and now you dare to ask us for money? Like, how dare you? And she's like, she got really pissed because it was already like, they started doing all this probably after they woke up, and they have, in the whole morning, Daisy hadn't eat, and Daisy is like must have breakfast, cannot missing one meal. And at that time she's already missing one meal, okay? So she's like low blood sugar and just not in a good mood. She's like, I'm gonna take pictures of this room. I'm gonna post it on social media and let everybody knows that your hotel is haunted. And since they're not like tiny hotel, there's a kind of like national chain express hotel, okay? So now the manager got like really nervous, and they start to tackle her, like trying to like grab her phone when she was taking it out, trying to take pictures of the room. And just when they're fighting with Daisy, when Daisy hold the phone, Daisy kind of like a medium-sized body. Her hand kind of like swiped on the right with the phone, okay, and it kind of hit the mirror, like the weird mirror I told you about when they walk in. And then the mirror fell onto the ground and shattered, okay? It didn't shatter like complete, but just like broken. But the weird thing is, Daisy didn't get any hurt, the phone was not getting any hurt, and the nail was still on the wall. So how does this mirror fall off? Because Daisy is definitely not that strong to lift the mirror and break it. It just doesn't make any sense. So now they're doing all the fighting, causing a huge scene. So as more people gathered outside, the hotel manager is like, okay, let's just give you the deposit, just leave, okay? Not causing any scenes. And they got all the money. They left, catching up the train at the station. Just when they're about to waiting for the ticket, Bella checked her bag. And guess what she found? She found the door card. And it doesn't make any sense as well, because like, how does the door card fall into her bag? Like, it seems just very weird how it just mysteriously appear in her bag. After they came back from the trip, everything went back to the normal until people are just like in the dorm, right? The 5 of them just have stuff missing. Nothing serious. Like, for example, Bella will be missing her cartoon panties that after she washes, she will be hanging right next to her table. Always hanging there, but the next day wake up, the panty is just gone. But Anna also have some things missing. For example, her will be missing as well. And she thought it just maybe she lost it. So she bought another one. And the second one got missing as well from her makeup bag. Other people has kind of missing tiny stuff as well, but since it's nothing big, they don't want to cause a scene suspecting anyone is being a thief. So it's like nobody's like think about it and just moved on. I'm gonna show you the dorm, what it looks like. So this is what dormitory, this is I found online, but you can see just like under the bed is kind of the table, okay? On the top side is the bed. That's what their dorm looks like. So when you go to sleep, you're gonna close the curtain, so nobody's gonna know what you're doing inside, and you're not gonna be able to see outside as well. So that night, everybody's falling asleep except Fiona. Anna was not following what Fiona was doing because she was like reading books on her phone, in her phone inside her bed. So the curtain's closed. She doesn't know what Fiona is doing. But when she was about to try to sleep, there's a very strong light coming from Fiona's side. And she's like, okay, maybe Fiona is still texting to her boyfriend, makes sense. Or it's so bright, she thought maybe she's surfing on the internet, who knows. And it's been a while, and she started to hear like Fiona snoring. And she's like, So Fiona fall asleep when she's surfing on the internet. When she was about to thinking about if she should open the curtain and tell Fiona to go back to sleep because she's worried she might get sick, get cold at night by sleeping on the table. Just when she was thinking about it, she heard somebody walking to the door. And she thought, maybe Fiona is going to get something. But the door opened. She clearly heard the door opened and closed. And somebody walked out. But this time Fiona was very quiet. So Anna was very surprised because usually Fiona make big sound and does not care what people think and how people are asleep and don't care about disturbing people. But this time Fiona seems very polite. Anyway, Anna didn't think about it and just continued to try to fall asleep since she actually had problems sleeping that night. So after a while, she tried to, counting the sheeps. Couple 10 minutes, 15 minutes passed. Fiona still didn't come back. So she's like, taking a number 2? Like, what's going on? Because the door is open. Anyway, she didn't think about it, but it was taking too long. So she actually hopped her head outside to see, like, what's going on. Like, is Fiona sleeping or is Fiona left? Like, what is going on? She turned out her head and she saw there's no Fiona. Fiona actually is snoring that she can hear, and it's actually from her bed, Fiona's bed. Fiona's already sleeping in her bed. And the light is actually not coming from Fiona's phone or computer. It's coming from outside the window. Kind of like a moonlight or something, kind of like, coming in and kind of reflected on her, like she felt so bright. She was not scared because, there's 5 other girls in the room and everyone is sleeping, so she didn't think much about it. So she's like, okay. Next day they wake up. Emma was sitting on her chair and she's like, who went out last night? Who's the last one who went out? Because I locked the doors and, they've been missing stuff lately. So she makes sure she's the last one who go to sleep and she locked the door every time. But last night the door is open. So when they wake up, Emma's the first one to wake up. The door is already open, unlocked. So Emma's asking everyone. Anna's like, so you heard it too, like somebody walked out but nobody come back. And that's not Fiona. Nobody admitted, so they moved on. And then there's another thing that's very weird, okay? Daisy, one time at night, she saw Chloe brushing her hair very, viciously, very hard, like it's almost like she brushing her hair like it's not even hers. She's like, weird. She didn't see anything about it. The next day when they wake up, Daisy asked Chloe, it's like, hey Chloe, were you brushing your hair last night? Chloe's like, I did not brush my hair. You probably are dreaming. And then Daisy with her personality, I saw you did that. And she got very pissed, okay? And this thing happened one more time. And this time, other girls saw it as well, even including Anna. They saw Chloe walking down from her bed, sitting on her chair, and start brushing her hair viciously without even talking. So they know that, okay, Chloe is probably sleepwalking. So that's the thing that happened after the trip. So a couple months later, okay, after all the weird things happened, Chloe and Daisy kind of had a fallout. Reasons kind of because Daisy, being her big personality, is a little bit bossy, okay? So Chloe just sick of always following her, listening to her. So they had a fallout. And this day, when Anna is in the dorm with them, Daisy accidentally broke her mirror when she's putting skincare on her face. Daisy's told Anna that, Anna, you want anything? I'm going to get something from the supermarket. And Anna know that Daisy being an emotional eater. And Anna's like, well, I'm about to go to take my part-time job, so I can go with you on the same way. So they left together, Anna and Daisy. On the way to the supermarket, Daisy's like, Chloe is just so mean. Is not even understanding at all, and just complaining about Chloe. Anna actually stand on the side of Chloe because she does think that Daisy is a little bit bossy sometimes. So she kind of defended Chloe. She said, well, sometimes you are a little bit, demanding and stuff. Daisy got so pissed. She's like, how can you say that? And she's already very pissed with falling out with like Chloe, and she just wants somebody to understand. But now Anna is like even speaking on Chloe's side. So now Daisy got super pissed, and with her big personality, she like walks super fast, does not want to walk with her anymore. So Daisy's like walking in front of Anna, and Anna doesn't want to catch up on her either, because she's like, I don't want to like, you're always so bossy. I don't want to always like please you. So she's just following behind, not trying to catch her up. When they reach the gate of the school, there is a pedestrian. Now that is in the winter, okay, and it's like snowing very big. Daisy, for no reason, starting to speed up, trying to cross the pedestrian. Anna, being 5 meters away from her, saw exactly what happened. So a car ran to Daisy, and Daisy kind of just like rushed onto the car. And then Anna just saw Daisy like flying a couple meters away, and she had blood on the ground already. So both of them sent Daisy to the hospital, okay? So the driver is pretty nice, paid for a little bit of fractured like fee. So after testing in the hospital, Daisy was like couple bone fractured. There's some brain injury, and it's like it's not minor, but it's pretty bad, but it's not too bad. Parents came, got really like shocked and got really angry. As here you can see, like Daisy got all her personality coming from her mom, because her mom is very bossy. So mom asked Anna what happened. Anna told her exactly what happened, and the mom actually slapped both of their face, because she blamed them. She's like, it's all your fault. If you guys take care of her or don't fight with her, this is not gonna happen. The 2 girls took it, with grace and didn't complain at all. They do feel very bad for all those things that happened. And the mom even asked for compensation. So eventually, Chloe paid for 7,000 Chinese yuan, and Anna paid for 3,000, because Chloe think it's much of her responsibility, because if she doesn't have a fallout with Daisy, none of this would happen. Things actually got worse from there, because Anna is very nice, because Anna was trying to take care of Daisy in the hospital. So she will wrestle, like, running from to go to the classroom to study, to preparing for the exam, and to go to the hospital, staying with Daisy to take care of her. And this one night, she saw Daisy is holding her hand up high in the sky, trying to wrestling with somebody and trying to say something, but it doesn't seem like she's able to talk. And she said, damn, it's probably the accident that caused her to be this, have so much nightmare. That's what Anna thought. But that's not the worst, because from then, Anna started to get sick for no reason, okay? And then she's starting to not able to eat. Anything she eat will start to throw up, and she doesn't know why. The parents have took her to the hospital. Nobody can find out why. And the medication didn't help at all. And she's been struggling for all this, lost 10 kilo. And same thing happened to Bella as well. Bella also had the weird nightmares. There's another time that kind of progressed the whole situation. Is 5 of the girls actually gathered to visit Daisy in the hospital. Anna was already in the hospital, so the 4 other girls come in, and they said, okay, you guys can, look at her. And she went to the bathroom to maybe wash something. And just when she was washing something in the bathroom, she heard Daisy screaming, saying I'm not listening, I'm not listening, and covering her ear, sitting on the floor, okay? And she ran to the scene and to check out what happened. And everyone else just seems as shocked as her, and they're looking at each other, and Anna's like, what happened? And everyone's like, no, we did not do anything. She just started covering her ears, saying she doesn't want to listen, and just jumped onto the floor and sitting on the floor just struggling. At this time, because it's so loud, the doctor came in as well, and the doctor don't know what happened, and that she had after the car accident, does she had a mental problem now? What is going on? Why is she doing like that? They're thinking about if she should give her medication to calm her down, you know. Just when they're about to wondering like what should they do. Bunch of other patients, older grandpas and stuff, they're together as well, looking what happened. And they said, wait, did she maybe, is it possible you think get something dirty? Like, you know, something dirty in China kind of means like something bad, some entity get attached to you. And just when they say that, Daisy stopped and like lost conscious, all of a sudden fall back on the floor. A couple days later, when Anna go back to the hospital and visit Daisy, the doctor told that Daisy actually lost earrings, or she become deaf. And then a couple weeks later, Daisy's parents exit Daisy out of the hospital. Anna told it to her mom, her parents, and grandparents. She said, you know, we went to Beijing and this weird things happened in this hotel. And then Anna's grandmother, she had a lot of friends, okay? And she found somebody from a friend's friend that this grandma also know how to communicate with the deaf. So they booked an appointment with the grandma. This grandma coming to Anna's place. She's coming, she's like, give me a bowl that you usually eat food with. Bring out this bowl. She took 4 chopsticks, holding them together with water. This water is coming from a special container that she brought. Pour the water out onto this bowl and put 4 chopsticks together, and kind of looks like this. So she's trying to put them together, and she said, tell me the name of your passed away loved ones. For example, your grandparents, great-grandparents, say their name. Anna's told the name, but nothing happened. There's nothing changed. The grandma's like, okay, anything else that happened to you? And she said, yeah, this thing about, you know, the Beijing and this hotel. And all of a sudden, these chopsticks like just stand up like that in the water. And Anna's like just shocked. And the grandma's like, and now here is what you need to do. You offended somebody from that place. So buy some paper boat or paper money and paper house. Burn them in the intersection, okay, at night, and apologize for what you did. Parents did it right away. The weird thing is, her sickness didn't really decrease. It was as worse. They make a phone call with the grandma again, and the grandma said, well, there's really nothing I can do about it. So she's out, okay? So for the next couple months, the parents went through all different kinds of people who say they know how to do those rituals, but most of them are scams. All kinds of burned ash and crazy things, even saliva, okay? Like she did everything. So Anna took the conversation to Bella, who was also, you know, going through the same thing. She also had this like red dots on her body that nobody can explain. The hospital cannot explain what it is, okay? And lucky thing is Bella's parents know somebody whose parents are all exorcist, Chinese exorcist. They have to call him uncle, okay? So when they see him, it's like, okay, we have to go back to the Beijing, to the same place. I have to do this ritual there. So, okay, Bella's parents and Anna's parents, 7 of them went on the train. When they arrived, they asked to stay in the same room, the room 110. But the reception's like, oh, there's a lot of other rooms that's actually available. So they're not trying to give them, they're trying to not let them stay in the 110. And then they're like, no, you don't understand. We need to stay in the 110, okay? And then just at this time, the manager came out, and the manager still, it's been half years, okay? All of this happened only half years. The manager still recognized them because they had made a big fight during, when they lost the door card. The manager actually smirked at them. Oh, you guys are here again? You don't want to live anymore for money?
That you do.
Anna was very weird. Like, what do you mean we're here again? Like, what do you mean? She doesn't really understand. When they told the manager, like, we're here to cleanse out what happened, okay? The manager that he misunderstood. But when Anna tried to ask him, like, what do you mean? What you just said? He's not trying to tell her. So we finally go into the room 110. Uncle told them, Anna, Bella, you need to stay at each corner. And uncle gave each of them copper coin in their hand with red wire tied to their hand. So nobody else is in the room, okay? All the parents are waiting outside. And the uncle said, when you heard anything, don't turn. Don't look. Just close your eyes. No matter what you hear, okay? But when somebody is shaking the wire that's tied to your hand, you need to throw the coin to that direction, okay? And uncle closed all the window. The room was covered with darkness, no light at all. Around like midnight, that's when the ritual started. In the beginning, she didn't hear anything. Both of the girls did not hear anything, okay? And then a couple minutes later, she started to hear like something on the table moving or something. And then she actually got very scared because she knows something's about to happen. And then very soon, she did feel like her hand start to like dragging her almost 4 times. She was so nervous that she almost forgot to throw the copper coin when she felt the drag. Until the 5th time, it almost like dragged her whole body. She threw out the copper coin. And then everything kind of stopped. A couple minutes later, uncle turned the light on and did some ritual with it carved in the shape of a sword and tapped 3 times on her shoulder and her head, both of them. He said, okay, now just take a nice bath and have a good night's sleep. The next day, right after they did this ritual, Anna becomes so hungry. She had an appetite again, and it was the first time she ate. She actually don't want to throw up. All the red dots that was supposed to be on Bella was all gone, just overnight. So everything kind of seems to go back to normal now, but both of them are still seeking mental health. And the uncle on the way back also told her that what the manager did there is not right, and he will get what he deserves. Daisy's mom the whole time is asking anyone for a lot of money that can compensate. Daisy's mom actually went to the university as well to say it's your responsibility, and the school actually got very pissed at the whole dormitory because they feel like it's because of you guys, you know, they don't want any trouble. So Daisy's mom called Anna saying that, you know, if you can tell the judge that driver is drinking, maybe Daisy's able to get compensate that she deserved. So Daisy's mom even said, so please, Anna, can you promise me you are going to take care of Daisy if we die forever, please? Anna felt very bad. She said, please give me some time. I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna be the witness and say that. The exorcist said, hey uncle, can you do a psychic reading for me to see if the driver was drunk driving? And the uncle's like, what happened to Daisy has nothing to do with you. The driver was not drunk and driving. What happened to Daisy is because they are too greedy. After the incident the first time in the hotel, Daisy probably told everything to her parents, and her mom, being the personality, probably went back to the hotel, tried to blackmail them so she will not tell people that this hotel is haunted. Which makes sense. That's what people's guessing, okay? Well, that's why when they go to the hotel, the second time, the hotel manager smirking at them saying, you don't want life for the money. So it's probably because he is like raising the entity, evil entity in that room. So that's the end of the story. The end of the story is actually Daisy passed away, okay? That was the last time in 2015 when Anna left the last message on that forum saying that, by the way, Daisy passed away. That's all she said.